Hey there everybody, this is Katrina Mono again, and I'm here with another how to draw video. This time I'm going to show you how to draw manga eyes with different expressions. Sorry, that's my chair squeaking. It's really annoying. Okay, so let's get on with this. So first off, I'm going to draw a pair of happy eyes. To make them look like they're more happy, you always want to try and make them like bigger and more round, not so sharp. Now if you have a character whose eyes are just always sharp because you have that kind of a character, that's just his personality, just widening the top of the eyelid just a little bit and making it curve more, make it arc more on the top, it'll make it look a lot more happier. Also, if you try to shade in more of the eyeball near the top, it just makes it look happier. It just helps that way. And of course, a nice big shiny spot helps with that too. Now, I'm going to be going through this whole video kind of fast. I'm going to try not to do so much fast forwarding in my future videos, but for this video I just couldn't help it. There was just so much stuff to pack into here that I just couldn't go slow. In my next videos I might not have that problem, hopefully, because I'm going to try to just draw faster on camera. And so hopefully that'll help you guys. I know a lot of you don't like fast videos, but just wait for my next ones and I promise they won't be fast forwarded as much. Okay, so with the happy eyes, you want to put the little upper lid line on top of the eyelid a little closer to the eyelid, because since the eye is supposed to be so open because they're happy, you're not going to see too much of the lid, the crease line. And then with the eyebrows, you want to raise them kind of off the eye, not too much because then it'll look like they're shocked, but just a little enough so that they look like their eyes are wide open, they're awake and happy. So we're going to move on to the next ones. These ones are going to be kind of, a ticked off expression. So I'm going to close the eyes a little bit. They're not going to be so wide open. And now I'm going to narrow the whole eye to make it look less round. It's very close to an angry eye, is what this is going to look like. It's going to almost be like he's upset, but then you're going to see what I'm going to do with the eyebrows is just the little teeniest bit off of the eyebrows coming off of the eyelid will make him look not so angry. He'll look more like he's just upset because somebody said like a joke about him or something. But you'll see when I get to the eyebrows. Right now I'm just filling in the eyelashes, so you're gonna have to wait with me here. And like I always do, I'm just filling in the eyelashes, making them go wherever they want, but trying to make both eyes look the same. And I'm not going to give them too many flared off eyelashes because these are kind of like a guy's eyes. I don't know, that's just the way it felt to me. Oh, and here's a tip if you want to have more guyish looking manga eyes. For some reason, just whenever you draw guy manga eyes, try not to shade in the dark spots on top of the pupil too much into the iris, or backwards, whatever. Just have a big circle line for your pupil, and then have just a black dot in the middle with, of course, the light spots. It helps with that. Okay, so now I'm doing the eyebrows. With the eyebrows, see, they're not going to be touching the tops of the upper lids, because that's how you want them to be if they're angry. But since this guy isn't completely angry, he's just kind of ticked off, like, why did you say that to me, kind of an attitude, they're not going to completely touch, because that'll make him look too much like he's angry. So you're going to see when I do the angry eyes, it's going to be kind of the same with the eyebrows, but they're going to be even more angled down into his face, like he's scrunching up his face because he's angry. So with this one, we don't want to get too close. But the crease line is going to be angled upwards, and so are the eyebrows. And see, here's what I was saying about the man eyes, that if you don't shade in the top too much, it will look a little more like a man. If you just have the big iris circle and then the pupil circle, it looks more like a guy. But I'm going to shade mine in because I just can't help myself. Forgive me. Okay, so now these eyes are gonna be angry eyes. He's gonna be all upset because I don't know why, he's just upset. Okay, so with these eyes, they're gonna be more narrow, a lot more narrow than the ones on top. I'm gonna kind of make the eyelashes less short, but not less short, more short, but not too much. The pupil, or the whole circle of the eye, I keep getting the names mixed up, whatever. The whole circle is going to be a lot closer to the lower lid, so that it looks like his eyes are narrowing, like he's closing his eyes a little bit. Just makes him look more intense that way. And with this one, I actually drew the whole first eye, and then I moved on to the next one. So, I guess to kind of show you both approaches. You could do your outlines for both eyes and then fill in the details, or you can do a whole eye and then do the next eye. With me, it doesn't really matter, but for a lot of people, it helps to make both eyes look the same if you do your outlines first and then you fill in the details, because you can see what's different and you can change it as you go. Whereas with this one, if you draw the whole eye first and then you draw the next eye, it tends to come out a little lopsided. But it's your choice. So, I'm going to draw on the eyebrow. It's going to be very close to the top of the lid. In fact, I should have made it all the way touching the lid, but oh well. It looks pretty angry. We have to be sort of realistic, I guess. With anger, your eyebrows have muscles in them, right? So when you crunch them up, they're kind of going to move forward. So you're going to have this little lip on the tip of the eyebrow at your nose, because it's kind of like your whole eyebrow muscle is bending down because you're so upset and you're scrunching your face up. So you're going to have a little bit of a curve up with a tiny line on your eyebrow. That kind of helps to make it look more angry. Also with the crease line, you're going to angle it upwards just so that it echoes the eyebrow line, so that you can kind of tell that the whole face is scrunching forward because he's upset. Okay, now I'm filling in the next eye. Hopefully I'll get it pretty close to the first one. And with the same thing that you have with the eyebrow, how it kind of curves up, your lower lid is going to kind of curve downwards when it comes to the very tip. Also because the face is scrunching up. Let me just finish this eye. Sorry if it takes me a while here. Alright, now to make it look even more angry, I'm going to shade in the area underneath the eyebrows, of course avoiding the bridge of the nose, so that it looks even more like your face is being scrunched up and your whole eyebrows are being pushed forward, so you're going to have this shadow on top of your eyes. Also, a little crease comes underneath your, kind of like the bags of your eyes when you're scrunching up your face and looking angry. Also because your muscles are all being pulled towards your nose, kind of thing. Just think of it that way. Think of like there's a point on the bridge of your nose that all of your features are kind of squishing towards when you're angry. That'll help because all the lines point in that direction. Also, if you want to do the shading, it helps a lot to make it look angry. And that's it for the anger eyes.